and about a year and a half, only because his brother convinced him to participate. So he got some good experience in years right now. Next wrestler we have is Caden James. He's an all-Western Mass placer, returning. Like I said, his brother talked him into competing, and his dad, and his mom, and his grandmother, and basically everybody thought he was athletic. His goal is to repeat on the podium and have a day. Very supportive family, and it's been a great journey, but it's not over yet. Come on up, Caden James, KD.
weights, but they're going to be announcing the names and weights of each athlete. They'll go to the center of the mat, shake hands, and then return to their side. We don't generally do this, but it is our senior night, so we're trying to make it extra special for everybody. And this way, every athlete can be recognized, even if they don't have a match, if they end up with a bye. So Sunny is going to be announcing both sides of the mat, and hopefully we can acknowledge all of the athletes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our home meeting for Division 1. Our Division 1 monster is the Athol Bears. All right, first of all, wrestling the frontier at 106.
So what you can't see that's happening is we had a snowstorm today, and Athol actually had no school. The official that we were supposed to have this evening canceled on us because he lives out in Burlington, Vermont. So we actually, the coaches worked really hard behind the scenes in order for us to get an official here tonight. So that's why we're running just a little bit behind. They should be walking in at any moment. But we wanted to make this happen for the seniors. Athol went above and beyond to get their team here, and everybody's working really hard. So postponing it for a half an hour seems a small sacrifice to make this happen for everyone. Our senior night, I'm sure in the back you can see the posters that the families were taking pictures of. All of the things that have been happening to make this a special evening for those wrestlers who this will be the last duel on their home turf. We wanted to make sure that they were celebrated and honored in a way that reflected their dedication to the team and to the sport. We do have a home quad coming up on February 8th. We have several teams coming in to compete with us then, and that'll be one of our larger sort of tournaments. What happens during a quad is it's much like a duel where two teams compete against each other rather than an individual tournament that is an individual in their weight class competing against several other individuals from different teams. So I know that we have Keene coming and Hampshire. I'm not exactly sure, can't remember who else will be coming down at that time, but that will be on Saturday the 8th. So come and check us out. It'll be a great time. These kids have worked really hard to get to that place, and it's not often that we can host such a large event. So it's a great thing for the sport, for the school, and for these athletes to be able to have so many teams coming to wrestle in the Goodnow gym, and for us to be able to facilitate that takes a lot of work from the athletic director, from the coaches, from not only Frontier, but from the other schools, as well as from the officials. So it's a great big collaboration between several schools to make that happen for us, and we appreciate all of the effort that goes into it.
permission. Got permission. Oh, I dropped one. My fault.
about to get started. The official showed up. Much appreciation towards him. He had another competition right before this one and was able to squeeze us in. Tonight, the captains on the mat are the 3 seniors here: Caden James, Massimo DeBari, and Jonathan Oliveira. So the competition will start. We'll start with the 106 weight class. And for us, 106 is Thomas Bagden. He's a 7th grader. This is his first year wrestling.
Both wrestlers looking to get inside control here, trying to get into an advantageous position for a setup of some sort of takedown.
You can see the inexperience for both wrestlers, but yet the desire to get that position. It's always great when they're both able to, learn from their matches. Thomas goes in for the single leg. No points are awarded yet. Thomas is at a disadvantage, so Athol gets 3 points.
Thomas goes fat legs again, looking for a reversal.
Thomas needs to grab that leg and get out of that position so he can get the reversal, and there it is. So Athol has 3 points. Thomas just scored 2.
Looking for a breakdown, break him flat, and a pinning combination.
One of Thomas's great qualities is he's very coachable, so he will be listening to Coach Casey and Coach Bagden on the sideline, learning from what they're telling him in order for him to be able to execute the moves.
Athol will defer to Thomas. Thomas will choose bottom. Beautiful switch.
Which is why the coach told him to choose bottom. He gets that reversal, giving him 2 points. He's ahead 4-3 now. Frontier coaches are great establishing strategies and knowing each and every individual athlete's strengths and how to position them best to score. Score is now tied 4-4. Back in the hand fighting, trying to get into that position. Thomas likes to shoot. He's really good at it. He's just gotta get himself in that position. There he goes for the single leg.
Needs to get both hands around that leg if he wants to finish it. And he does. Goes to cut the corner.
Beautiful.
Looking to get wrist control on top. That's what we've been going over this week for practice. Rolling that wrist forward. Just got to get him back down.
Current score is 7-4 with Thomas in the lead. He's got to bump him forward, get him flat. Seven to 5. And that's the end of the second period. Athol's going to choose down for the same reason that Frontier chose. That was a strategy by Coach Bagden, giving him the point, letting him up, so that way he doesn't get the reversal. You'll hear the coaches yell 1, not 2 sometimes. And again, this is with the hope that Thomas can get that takedown and get the point. There he goes for that shot again. Thomas has got to get his head up and run it.
Crack down. Corner.
You can hear both coaches instructing the athletes on how best to score. And Thomas gets the 3-point takedown.
On those wrists, looking for that wrist and half combo.
Current score is 10-6 with Thomas in the lead. We're hoping for a pin. Like Jakey had said, that wrist and half combo to get Athol on their back and score some points, with possibly sticking that pin in. And this is where you can tell that the inexperience of the wrestler shows. He knows what he needs to do, but trying to do it is sometimes far more difficult than we as spectators understand. And that's the end of the match, with Thomas winning 10-6 by points, well fought by both opponents. Frontier does not have a 113 at this time, so we will unfortunately be giving up the forfeit to Athol, which means they get 16 points. Jocelyn Antes is coming on the mat. Jocelyn has lots of experience. She wrestles a lot off season. She's a junior. So we're looking for some good wrestling out of her today. You can hear she's a crowd favorite. Women in wrestling are becoming more and more prevalent in the area. There's lots of women, both in high school and college, locally, so it's great to see the sport expanding. Ankle pick by Jocelyn, gets the takedown. She should be running, breaking the Athol opponent down. She's gonna
Looking for a butcher. Seems to settle back.
and there's the pin. So Jakey, what exactly is a butcher?
So a butcher is when you reach under, through the tricep, to the tricep, and over, so you have both arm control. You break them flat, and then you rotate counterclockwise until you are perpendicular with them, so chest on chest, and you stick the pin.
Perfect. So, like Jakey just described, there's a lot of technicality that goes into the sport of wrestling. It's not just get out there and move around a bunch and hopefully you get the opponent on the back. When somebody yells butcher, you have to know what that means. When somebody yells ball and chain, you need to know what that means, and you need to be able to execute it in a way that is effective. So many times these athletes, they're hearing butcher and they have to think, okay, a butcher is this, ball and chain is that, a Granby roll is all of these things. And so the technicalities that go into wrestling, the more you know and the more you can execute, the better wrestler you're going to be. It's not just strength, it's flexibility, it's mobility, it's intelligence, it's all the things that roll together to make an excellent wrestler. And we are lucky to have several excellent wrestlers on our team this year. What are some other moves, Jake?
In general,
Yeah.
cradle. Cradle's a very common one, where you're reaching around their head, under their leg. You lock your hands and you roll to the back. Ideally, you're finishing with your bottom knee in their hip. You squeeze your elbows together. You put your forehead in their temple. That is one side of the cradle. There are a few other options, but it's very difficult to maneuver. It's usually a move of opportunity and not something you can force. But it's another thing that there's a lot of technique that may look easy for a spectator, but when you get out there and you're trying to make other people do it, it can be very difficult.
All right, on the mat right now, we have our second female wrestler, Ainsley. This is her first year. She has shown us exactly what you can do when you're dedicated. She attends most practices. She goes to youth tournaments as a 7th grader. She goes to middle school, all of the things, and you'll see it in her wrestling style. She is aggressive, she is strong, and she is talented. She's gonna get the takedown. Her opponent has been wrestling for a few years now. She's gonna get the advantage. She's gonna be up. And always moving, always moving.
Always fighting.
Yes. And he cut her, so she gets one for that. He's going to go right back in. Oftentimes, experienced wrestlers like Ainsley's wrestling right now will do some moves that, a 7th grader such as Ainsley won't know how to counter. Hasn't really been taught that yet. But she's in there. She's giving it her all. Trying to crank her over with a half. She's trying to keep her hips down so she doesn't flip. She's working real hard to get off of her back. Arching. Well fought by Ainsley. Again, it's just experience. The more you wrestle, the better you get, and she's doing a great job.
And he's a veteran captain. He's been wrestling since
Yes.
sixth
Yes.
grade, something like that. He's got a lot of
He's got a lot of experience, and so being able to hold her own is really admirable.
On the mat for Frontier, we have Zach Brown. This is his second year wrestling.
Zach is an 8th grader. He has come a long way since last season. It's nice to see. Again, a lot of what you're seeing here is, inexperience in a wrestler, but Zach always comes to practice with a positive attitude. He's always talking and encouraging his fellow athletes. It's really great to see the sportsmanship that Zach has.
Athol gets the takedown. Zach is looking to circle around, try to get his, maybe going for a cradle there. Doesn't quite get it.
He's working hard though.
Looking for that reversal. And gets
Gotta pop that head,
Get his
which
head
is just.
out.
Oh, he gets the escape.
Yep.
So a reversal is worth 2 points, and escape is worth 1. But at least he's out, and he's going to try to
That
get.
front headlock position.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets behind those so he can get the points.
That's what he needs here. Yeah. Trying to lock up the cradle. At least
He's
got
working really hard.
He does.
Perfect, and we're out of bounds.
Yep. He had one finger in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair. I could not see through the refs.
Yeah.
But so as you can see, are we having more blood time? Although Zach is only a second-year wrestler, he is definitely showing his ability to adapt and work hard out there on that mat. Coach Casey's out there scrubbing the mat. A little bit of blood on there. It happens. Frontier is looking to purchase a new mat in the upcoming years. So if anybody wants to help us out with that, we're gladly, reach out to the Parents Association or the coaches. We'd love to take some donations in to get us a new mat. This mat is several years old. And our backup mat that we use for our home quads and such as that's going to be happening on the 8th is very old. Right, Jakey? Yeah.
Probably 30, 25,
Yeah,
something like that.
Many years old. So please reach out to us. We're happy to take anything and everything to help. We got a caution on green. That's Zach.
Start for
Yeah.
Zach.
Emotions and adrenaline are running high right now. There's a lot of people in the stands for wrestling. So, everybody wants to do their best and work hard out there. And so getting a false start is just adrenaline.
Same thing happens with football. You're trying to anticipate what's going to happen. You jump that line of scrimmage, you move a little bit.
Absolutely. Somebody's bleeding. Not sure from where.
I don't know. It's not an obvious spot, obvious person. We can't really see it. It's just
Right, so it's going to
around
be kind of hard to
somewhere.
fix. Can't clean it up and bandage it if it's not there or not visible. So here we go again. Zach's trying to keep him down. Zach is still technically in control here, so no points exchanged. Athol's trying to push Zach's head down and get the advantage, but Zach is working really hard right now.
He's trying to stay in control for the last 15 or so seconds here.
Maybe get some back points out of this.
Does not appear to so. He's got a few more seconds. Maybe he can run this half. We'll see.
I'm hoping he finishes on top so there's no points exchanged. Great job by Zach. Going into the second period. Opponent is picking down. Again, Athol's coaches know their athletes in their best position. Strategy is really key in wrestling. Again with the false start. Zach's trying to break him down. Athol's trying to get up.
For a far tight waist. Trying to get wrist control here.
That's an escape for 1 point Athol. You can hear the coaches trying to encourage them, giving them tips on what to do. It's got to be really hard to hear the coaches though, Jake.
Oh, absolutely. Only one I could hear is you, to be honest.
And I wasn't even a coach. So.
Unless I'm looking directly at the coach.
Oh.
Zach goes in for a headlock, rolls out of bounds. Athol will get control, but no back points there.
Okay.
Making the score 4-7.
So that was a great move by Zach. Just rolled a little bit too much, so Athol was able to turn him over and get the takedown points. And that's his third false start, so Athol gets a point. It's now 4-8.
Athol locks their hands. It's a free move for Zach if he can get something. Nope.
Explain that, Jakey, because a lot of people don't know what that means.
So a free move is when someone locks their hands, you have a few seconds to capitalize on that. So if Zach were to turn and roll him and gain control, there would be no stop in the period, and he would get those 2 reversal points and that 1 point for the lock hands instead of stopping the match and resetting like they did here.
Got it. Thank you.
Zach grabbing that leg.
Trying to suck it in.
About 30 seconds left in the period. Zach looking to work up the body.
He's got to pop his head.
Yeah, head in the middle is not going to get you anything. You got to do one side or the other, unless you're popping all the way out the back.
Oh shit, my bad.
Stalemate, which means no athlete could advance to their position in order to get points.
15 seconds left in the period. Zach looking for, at minimum, an escape, hopefully a reversal. Athol looking to keep him down. And, looking for his roll. Didn't let go of the wrist. That's what happened there. Not sure what's happening
Not
there.
sure what's happening.
He can't lock his. That's illegal, and should be a point for Zach. You cannot lock your legs around someone's head.
At least not in this type of wrestling.
Yeah, we're not in WWE. Zach's going to choose bottom and try to get some points here. He's down by 2. He needs to work.
One thing about Zach is he can dig deep and
That will be another false start for Zach.
he's a great wrestler. He's just very enthusiastic.
And it's nerve-wracking being on there. You don't know what's going to happen. You never
Can't
know.
even. Right.
All your nerves are anxious. You're not always thinking 100%.
Right, you just want to wrestle.
Yeah.
And so getting those adrenaline. Come on, Zach. There he goes. He's trying to roll.
Pressure in. He needs to pop his head out 1.5 there, but chooses to stand.
He's working hard to avoid back points. He's on his belly. Great job by Zach.
Needs to build up his points, build up his base here.
Yeah, he's got to keep moving.
Worst thing you can do here is stall out.
Yeah.
Especially down 3, you got to do something here. He's got to get that leg back.
He's bleeding from his nose. The tough part about this match right now is Zach is out wrestling him. It's those false starts that have gotten him. How many points were awarded for false starts?
2 so far.
Yeah, so without those it would be 6-7, and it's 6-9. So Zach's got to make a big move and get some points. They got to get Zach's nose cleaned up and under control so we can get him back on the mat. They're putting in a nose plug for him. Bloody noses are very common for wrestlers. One, because the air is dry during the winter and people get bloody noses normally. And 2, you're rolling around on a mat. So, Jakey, I think you got them very frequently.
Twice a week, every week?
Yeah.
At least.
So, they have nose plugs, which are just like little rolled up cotton. You stick up the nostril. It can stay up there. It staunches the flow of blood, allowing the wrestler to continue on the mat. We've seen double nose plugs and heads wrapped, trying to staunch the flow, just so the wrestler can keep going. Wrestlers tend to be really tough and just want to go and move. So coaches are helping Zach get his nose plug in. Look like Coach Bagden cut it down to size. They tend to be large, so making sure it fits snug but doesn't overwhelm the nose of the athlete is important. Coach Casey is cleaning the blood off Zach. There's 54 seconds left in the match. Zach's gotta do some big moves and wait for the whistle.
He's trying for that roll. Don't think he'll be able to get it here. Big thing is the weight of the wrestler, which is maybe rolls through for a reverse half. Gets his reverse there. Needs to sink back. His arm's not in the right position.
Okay, it's 8-10 now with 26 seconds left.
Zach needs this takedown here and to stay on top. Zach looking to settle down. He needs to lift that head. As long as you stay behind, so be okay. He needs to stay behind. Keep in control.
Score is 15-10 with Zach coming out on top at the last minute. And this is what I was talking about when I said Zach can dig deep during the match. You know?
This is exactly. There were 50 seconds left when he's on the bottom. Yeah. That can make or break. I've seen people get rolled in 3 seconds. I've seen it Matter of seconds. Wrestling is a matter of seconds.
Yes, and determination and spunk and so many things go into this sport. That was a joy to watch. Nerve-wracking,
Very much so.
but well done. We're giving up a forfeit right now. A lot of unfortunate losses happen for Frontier because we don't fill all of the weight classes for various reasons. So it's tough. Up next on the mat, we should have senior Massimo coming up. You can hear the cheering happening. Massimo came to us from a different school. He's had a couple years experience wrestling. It's his first year wrestling at Frontier. He is one of our seniors. So we're happy to have him this season. We'll miss him next. Still grappling. First few seconds of the match always are sizing up your opponent when you guys appear to be equally matched. Massimo goes for the shoe.
Athol looking to throw on legs. Very high. Needs to arch back.
Massimo should be able to make the escape. Perfect. Nice sprawl.
Trying for a
Attempted.
gator roll.
Yeah, I was going to say, attempting the gator roll, wasn't quite there. But knew enough to stop so he didn't get himself in a position he couldn't get out of. Gator rolls are a move that make me nervous.
I always say nothing fancy. Stick to the base. If you got that position in there, run a cement job. Way less risk. Sure, you may not be on the front page of the paper, but a win's better than a loss.
Absolutely. Attack in the leg by Massimo. Nice move by Massimo, but no control.
Weight control.
Yeah.
Weight control, weight control, weight control. It's a very big aspect in all of wrestling.
Yeah, because this is a full body sport, so you're using your whole body, so knowing how to distribute your weight over your opponent is key.
Absolutely. And knowing how and when your opponent's weight is in the right and wrong spot, and knowing how and when to capitalize on that.
Yes.
Massimo in on a double, looking for a finish.
And that's the end of the period. It's 3-1 Athol right now. Massimo's in the down position.
Athol looking to right legs.
Massimo's working really hard not to give it to him. Rolling.
It's always interesting to see how people try to run legs. You can tell who's experienced and who's not.
Yes.
Athol does not seem that experienced with legs as their weight distribution's off. They're not really throwing in moves. They're just trying to look fancy. And like I said, you don't need to be fancy. Stick to the basics.
Yep.
They work.
You just got to be good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Massimo's working really hard here, trying to get up. And Athol's still trying to run those legs.
And his weight's way too high. This is one of those moments where you got to realize the weight's wrong and capitalize on that.
Yep. Massimo's not quite turned enough to be.
Not quite enough of an angle for back exposure, back points there.
He's got to work hard. Oh. He's trying to get his hips down flat, and he's switching. He's got to get that arm underneath, though.
Yeah,
it's
he
kind
needs
of
to punch his arm through right
yeah. He's arching. He's working hard. could hear Coach Casey yelling bridge, which Massimo did and was able to get to his belly. That was purely accidental, tripping. So they should be.
His knee still.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's 1 point of contact now.
Is it? It used to
Yeah.
be. Yeah. They've changed so many rules over the years.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Massimo's trying
A
to
few seconds left.
get the escape before the buzzer, which is there. Score is 2-10. Because Massimo is a more experienced wrestler, Coach Bagden gave him two options of where he wanted to be. And Massimo chose top, break his opponent down.
Athol gets a reversal, looking for a headlock.
Massimo's hips are trying to stay at an angle where he can avoid that pin. He's punching through, and good work.
Massimo looking to work up.
He needs a point because it's going to be a tech. And it's 3-16. A tech fall is a spread of 15 points. So
through.
There's about 35 seconds left. And so the coaches are happy with that because team points are less for a tech fall than they are for a pin, which is an advantage when you're looking at the grand scheme of things. A pin is 6 points, and Jakey, I believe, it's 5 points for a tech fall.
That's correct, yes.
That was a great match fought by both opponents. It should be 23-12.
Mm-hmm. I believe so. They're discussing right now. We can see what the master scoreboard says.
Yes. So again, we don't have a 150. So we automatically give up 6 points to Athol, bringing the score 29-12. Up next should be Connor James. Connor's been wrestling for a few years. His brother is a senior. Connor recruited his brother to the team. We're thankful for that.
That's triggered my ADHD so bad.
So hopefully Connor can get a win. Connor is strong, technical, and savvy. As a wrestler, he goes for his
a nice
double.
double.
Yes. So you can see he's trying to roll the wrist, get it under.
Looking for a breakdown here. Looking for a Western 3/4. And maybe 6 it. Let's see. He's got to get his shoulder down more.
So he got his back points. That was a fun move.
It's very fun. But not fun to be put in, I'll tell you that much.
Fun to watch, though.
Mm-hmm. Athol makes the rookie mistake of looking back and just exposing your back.
Yeah. It's got to be really hard not to reach back. But
It's in your nature. That's what you expect it to do. It's more of an instinct and a reaction than anything.
yes.
Looking for a standing gator roll. Sorry, time left.
Score is 7-0 with Connor in the lead. Got to make some smart moves right now. Avoid anything too flashy. As Jakey had said earlier, seconds can matter. And we don't want to put ourselves in a position to be at the disadvantage of those seconds. So
Also needs to be smart about what move he's going for because we need a pin here and not a tack fall.
correct.
So
Yeah.
if he goes for pinning combination and just gets back points,
Yeah. Yeah, he was looking at his coaches for guidance, which is the other great thing about him is he really takes into consideration his coach's input.
looking for another Western 3/4. Now a power half. He's got to get his leg out of there. He won't be able to throw it. Needs to get his weight in control.
And settle that down. Yep.
Now settle down and lift the head. You got about a minute. Just wear him out.
Just don't let him out.
And that should be a pin.
Give it a minute or 3.
Yeah.
Ref is being a little cautious calling it. Should be any second now. Thank you.
There it is.
We very desperately needed that pin. Well done by Connor. Again, he's a fun wrestler to watch. He can be a little flashy, but he's consistent, and he does really, really well on the mat. He's also one of the captains and is the leader off the mat to this team as well.
We have Sean for Frontier now. This is his first year wrestling.
He is a 7th grader.
Athol gets the takedown. Looking to lock up the cradle, doesn't get it.
Sean's fighting from the bottom, trying to get up.
Athol looking for a half. Looking to run it from the other side now. Sean looking to punch through.
He's got to punch that arm through to avoid getting those back points. He's working hard, trying to flip his hips to avoid that pin.
That would be a pin.
Jonathan is up. He's a senior. He again comes from a family of wrestlers. His brother Miguel wrestled at Frontier several years ago. Is his first year, Jake?
Yes, his first year wrestling. Yep.
So his first and his last with us, unfortunately. But he's been a joy to have on the team. Works hard. Wrestlers are working for advantage.
Again, looking for that inside control, good positioning.
They're in that ear-to-ear position, which is never easy to use for any sort of move or control.
Head positioning is key there. You have to have your head driving into their head, which will give you a lot more control compared to just side by side.
Jonathan went in for the shot.
Athol gets the takedown.
And Jonathan's moving, which is good. They're trying to lock up that cradle. Jonathan's fighting really hard. And they're neutral. Jonathan gets a point for that, for the escape. Looking to snap that down, but again, they're in the ear-to-ear position.
Just a few seconds left in the match. This period. Athol goes in for a shot. Doesn't get it.
Jonathan's trying to crank him down, and that's the end of the period.
Athol will choose bottom.
Jonathan's got to break him down and run it hard. They seem to be pretty adequately matched, so Athol gets the escape. You can hear the coaches trying to give instruction, but like you were saying earlier, Jakey, it's really hard to hear.
Definitely. Athol gets a takedown. Escape here.
He's got to pop his head.
Yeah. Athol throws in a half.
That was comparatively a rather quick call.
I'd agree with that.
Just an observation.
Frontier will have no one for the, I believe this is 190 weight class?
I believe so as well. Do they have a 182 anymore?
No, it's just 175 to
190?
They lowered 95 to 90 and bumped up 70 to 75 and got rid of 82.
All right. 215 is senior Caden James. You saw his brother wrestle earlier. Caden's signature move for me is always the blast double.
Absolutely. We'll see if he pulls it out tonight. All right, there it is.
So I believe Caden's faced this opponent before.
I'm not sure. I believe he's a 190 and bumped up to wrestle 215.
Fair enough.
I believe he is also a senior, too.
Okay.
Athol goes in for a shot. That's it.
Caden's trying really hard to roll out of that.
Yeah. And it does. Trying to build up his base.
Sit and cut. You can hear him keep moving, keep moving.
Yeah.
Locked hands.
Yeah.
So Caden's got a free move, as Jakey had said earlier and explained that. He's trying to capitalize on it, but not quick enough. So Caden's in the down position. He's got to explode on the whistle, get that escape.
Yeah, blood
It's
on my tongue.
6-1. And
Neutral.
gets the escape. Blast double on Caden. Caden's got to get back up. He's working really hard from this position. Nice roll through to avoid those back points. There's a lot of muscle on the mat right now.
Absolutely. That's the escape. A few seconds left in the period. Athol's going to get the takedown. And some back points in the last few seconds of the period.
All right, it's 3-12. Caden's got to dig deep and move. 3-14, my bad. And 3-17. Caden's got to score, or we're gonna end in a tech fall.
Trying for a roll. Not quite going to get it.
Yeah. Caden's not quite at the angle enough for that back point. He's working really hard. There it is. And that's match. Oh, blood time. Okay.
Takedown will win it here for Athol. Caden looking for the ability to capitalize on that.
and
Doesn't
out of bounds.
quite get the takedown.
Yeah, that was a good
close.
move. Yeah.
Very close.
Coach Bagden is discussing the move with the ref. Just to clarify exactly why Caden didn't get the points. And that's the match. Job well done by Caden. For someone who's only been wrestling a year and a half, Caden has done exceptionally well on the mat.
Oh, absolutely. And Caden out-techniqued him. He just got out-muscled that match.
Yeah, and that's a hard thing to do. Our 285 is up. Max, affectionately known as Scribbles. He's had a heck of a year this year. Second year, last year, he started a little bit later in the season, but this year he came out and has really dominated a lot of his matches. So he takes a forfeit for us. Team points are team points at this point.
Coaches are going to meet and discuss if we're having JV matches and how many of them.
Right, and if the ref is up for it, because like we had said earlier, he had already officiated a match earlier in the year, in the day, and was able to come out and do this for us as a favor. Coach Casey is taking care of the referee right now. Looks like he's got
I think he had blood on
him.
from
Is that what
Caden,
it
it would appear. Here we're having JV matches. I think they're just trying to figure out exactly who will wrestle and how many matches we are going to have.
Yeah, I have to say that the JV matches are oftentimes my favorite because the coaches aren't within the weight class constraints, so they can pick and choose wrestlers who are more evenly matched. So it makes for better wrestling. It makes for like more learning opportunities for the athletes.
It's usually a much more even matchup.
Yes, even if they're, a couple pounds out of their weight class, it's still definitely
Or 75 in my case.
Yes, Jakey. It looks like Ainsley's getting some headgear on, so that's exciting.
Sean too, maybe?
Can't tell if Thomas just has one arm out of his shirt just 'cause, or if he's actually going to have a match. Oh, are their arms coming out? Maybe? So it looks like Ainsley, Sean, and Thomas should have matches.
Maybe Connor? Or is he untying or tying his shoes?
I think he's taking them off. I know,
Okay.
It's hard when you're not in the thick of it. All right, so Ainsley is on the match. she gets the takedown.
Looking for a breakdown now.
She's working hard to get that breakdown.
Mm-hmm. Throw that half in.
Mm-hmm. You can hear Coach Casey trying to give her some direction.
And that would be the end of this period.
For JV match, it looks like they're doing 1-2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Ainsley chooses neutral. Ainsley in those shoes.
Never tied. Now bring the score to 3-1 because her shoe was not tied.
When they say come to the mat ready, they mean completely ready.
Mm-hmm.
Headgear on, mouth guard in.
Necklace, bracelets off, all
Yep.
that stuff.
Ainsley's going right at it again. Oh, she's got the takedown. She's rolling that wrist.
Mm-hmm. Good job rolling that wrist. Gotta get that half now. She's looking for it.
She's got to be behind.
Mm-hmm.
She's off to the side a little too much. This is where, you know, wrestling JV comes in handy because she'll be able to learn things. Yep, and they're back in neutral. Because the more you wrestle, the better you get.
Practice and repetitions.
Yes, which is why attending practice regularly is important.
Definitely. She gets another takedown.
It's 9-3. Just trying to bulldog her down. Ainsley's muscling her way around. He hasn't gone behind yet, so there's still no points exchanged.
Some short time, so hopefully she can stick it out.
Going neutral again. She's got to pop her head up, grab that. She's got the leg, she's got to yank it up.
Looking to finish here.
Still no points exchanged. Not sure what. Out of bounds.
Yep. Still neutral there, no control.
They're both tired. Wrestling as long as this is exhausting.
Oh, definitely.
She's got to keep her head up. She's working hard, though. She's not letting him throw her around, even though he's trying. Even when she's down, she's capitalizing on it. Look at that. So she gets the takedown. You can hear the coaches yelling to sink to half. Scores 12-3 with Ainsley in the lead.
About 30 seconds left.
He's trying to move. He's looking to his coach. Ainsley's listening to Coach Casey. Working hard out there. 10 seconds left. And Ainsley wins by points.
Looks like we'll have Thomas up next.
Yep. So I'm sure some of us are thinking, wow, look at the size difference. How difficult is it going to be for Thomas to wrestle somebody who is so much shorter than he is?
Someone who's been on both sides of the size
Yes,
differential.
that's why.
it's having that advantage is good. It's again experience, which both of these wrestlers are lacking in. So first year, I would assume for both of them, and knowing how to capitalize and knowing the strengths and weaknesses of the size difference, that will make all the difference in the match.
All right, so Thomas gets the takedown for 3. Yeah, I have to imagine it's got to be probably difficult to wrestle somebody significantly smaller than you are. And it's not the advantage everybody thinks it is.
No, the big thing is muscle memory, because after we've been doing this for a few months, people know, all right, reach for this arm, lock up this, go for that there. And if their body part is not there because it's smaller and you're not expecting it to be there, or you reach too high, and sometimes that can cost you a point if you're reaching too high or if you're reaching too low and your hand's in the wrong position. A lot of technicalities for it.
Yeah. So Athol gets to choose. They defer to Thomas. He's going to choose top.
It's easier for them to roll out of positions, things like that.
Yeah.
Even in top bottom, see how much.
Yeah, Thomas has to like scrunch in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That affects your center of your gravity.
Right, and Thomas is long and tall and lean, and so to have to wrestle someone so significantly shorter than he is, even if they were the same weight, the height difference has got to be really difficult. But Thomas is doing a great job out there. He's maintaining his top position, rolling the wrist, trying to do a tilt. Maybe.
We did go over that in practice the other day, so I think that's what he's going for.
Fair enough.
But, like I said, with the size difference, it's easier for him to roll out of things. It's easier for Thomas to misplace a body part, his knees not lined up with the other guy's knee, or elbow not lined up, or something like that. It's very easy to misplace.
Yeah.
And that can cause the move to not work properly.
I feel like it's very easy for us spectators and people who have not wrestled to be like, why is this way and why isn't he doing this? Because wrestling's hard.
Oh, definitely. My favorite, you'll hear in the stands, just stand up.
Yeah. Yes.
Just stand up.
Yes. More of the same.
You wrestle for 5.5 minutes. You're exhausted. You got 100 and something odd pounds on top of you,
Right.
trying their hardest to keep you down.
But, just stand up.
Just stand up.
So helpful. Thomas is trying to lock something up there. He's working hard. About 20-ish seconds left in the period. As long as he finishes on top, he should be all right. Trying to lock up the cradle, get some back points, maybe a pin. Got some back points? Yep, he got his 4 back points, so
Yep.
it's
Should be 7-0?
yeah.
Yep. Athol will choose top here.
All right. So hopefully Thomas can use, on his belly, there he goes. Use his length to maneuver out and get some escape points, maybe a reversal.
I think he's looking for that roll.
Yeah.
But the issue with that roll, again, like I was saying earlier about the cradle, is it's a move of opportunity and not necessarily a move you can force.
Yeah.
It has to be done properly at the right time, when your opponent's in the right spot against your back, when their weight's off balance, when you're moving properly.
It's like a perfect storm. Yeah. And we got the reversal, which is great. So maybe Thomas can roll that wrist, run a half.
That's what he's looking to do here, get a breakdown. Get him that 2-on-1 wrist ride.
Locking up that cradle, maybe?
Looking
Oh,
for it.
nope, not
Doesn't
quite.
quite get it.
Oh, gonna do the
For
half.
that half.
As I was looking to
four.
peel it, yeah.
Athol peels it off. Good fight. Rolling those wrists again. About 20 seconds left in this match.
Thomas is just working to keep him down, keep him down, keep him down.
And I believe we do have one more after this. Thomas just looking to stay on top and control for the last 5 seconds.
Rolling around a little bit. Breaking him down. And there we go, 9-0 Thomas. Up next should be Sean. We saw Sean wrestle earlier as well. It's great that he gets another match. Again, as a 7th grader without a lot of experience, getting on the mat is great. On the whistle. Sean's doing a good job. He's on the head. He's in the inside.
Looking to sprawl. Athol's going to get the takedown. He's looking to fight up.
He's got to build that base and get that escape. Athol's looking to run a half. Sean's doing a good job sitting out, not giving him the opportunity.
This here is just another case of pure. He's just getting out muscled.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
just getting out muscled. That's what you can see.
Yes, there's no experience to be,
Oh, yeah, no, Athol, there
And
was no
that's the pin.
technique behind that. He just threw him around.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, at that level, at that age, there's not much you can do about
Right,
it.
right. It is what it is. So that's the end of our match, our meet. Again, if you guys are around on February 8th, come and check us out. It's a daytime event. It's a Saturday. We'll have a bunch of other teams here. It's our only fundraiser of the season, so come out and support us. We're still looking to buy that mat. And thanks for having us.